Ladies, gentlemen, those that I do not know the pronouns to, I am coming to you with a video that may or may not add in value. It's just, what does value mean? I'm going to do some research, and I already did. So, there's actually 9 definitions to value, apparently. So that's what I have seen. So apparently value is valued. I don't know. And the 3 that I wrote down were the first 3 because I was not going to write 9 of them down here, and because I don't have the attention span to, and it would just take me longer. It's going to take me, it wouldn't take me longer, and it's going to take me to make this video, but I don't like to. Personally, I am going to do as much work as I need to, and I didn't even need this, but I do know, technically speaking, eventually, in a group full of people, somebody, hopefully, I would like to think it was going to question me. How do you know, sir? Stop speaking out your ass, Ethan. What the fuck do you really do to prove any of your points? You're just saying shit. Am I? Well, I'm a fuck around and find out type of person because people will say things and this is how it's supposed to be, but I've come to learn that people aren't always in touch with reality. So it's just like, I think it is like this, but do I really think it correctly? I don't really know till I do it. So I Googled it because I was like, I think I know what value means, but what do I really know? Because honestly, I was indoctrinated first and then I realized, I don't need to see a doctor to realize I'm fucked up. I agree with a lot of things that don't make sense to me. Why? I don't know. Somebody told me to. Why? I don't know, because somebody told me to. Why? Because I'm afraid they're going to sue me if I don't listen. Can't you tell when you're in a hostage situation? Goddamn. If I don't listen and or conform, they're going to do things to me that I don't want to be done. I don't want to be ostracized. I don't want to be raped. I don't want to be lied to. I don't want to be manipulated. I don't want to be robbed, even though a handful of those things already happened to me. I don't want it to continue to happen. So what do I do? Bitches don't fucking get to call the shots. People that call the shots are the people that call the shots. And I say bitches not as a derogatory term, and sometimes I'll correct it and sometimes I won't. But I'm correcting it in this occurrence because I don't think I've corrected it in a handful of videos. But I say bitch as a term of... It's a filler word technically to me because I like to speak how I like to speak. And this is why I think I'm autistic. Because I don't give a shit because the words that you use aren't exactly used in the same manner as the words that other people use, even though we may use the exact same words. Do we mean it the exact same way? Because some people can give you a cookie and you may say, I love you. This could actually help with the value. And some people you can give a cookie to and they'll just be like, thank you. And it's just like, wait a second. Why'd that person say I love you? Why'd that person say thank you? Well, people think differently. I don't know. That could be their form of saying thank you. And that could be their form, or that could actually just not mean what you think it does. Because to you, I love you can mean something endearing, something that you do after, if not during, if not before sex. And to them, that could just mean their thank you. While as in to somebody else, thank you is literally to mean thank you, to give grace, to be thankful, to be, I don't know, because I didn't even look up the words for those. The word is value, though. If I could ever get off these tangents, and it's because of the fact that we use these so many words interchangeably, I'm just like, you know what? I don't even know the value of any of these fucking words that I use. I just use these words thinking I know what they mean, but do I truly know what they mean? No. And back in the old days, if anybody want to know what they want to know, they looked in a Wikipedia, an encyclopedia, or they asked somebody that was clearly smarter than them. And how did they know they were smarter than them? I don't know. I truly do not know what deems to make others smart and stupid, because I'm just like, situations dictate. There are certain things that I would never do no matter what situation you put me in. And there are certain things that's just like, yeah, I would have probably done the exact same thing, or I would have done something similar. I would have just done something completely different, or honestly, I wouldn't have done anything because I wouldn't have known what to do, because everybody's different, but people don't want to think about that. It's just, wait, quick question. Before I judge you and probably make a horrible assumption that may be incorrect, do you rape people? Do you molest anyone? Animals, I'm not too particularly happy about, but I'd rather be an animal than a human. I would rather you not partake in bestiality, but I won't shoot you for that. Do you partake in kidnapping of humans? Because yet again, animals, which we are, lesser being animals, which sometimes we are, lesser thinking animals, which sometimes we are. Okay, I'm done with that now. But lesser being animals are fine with me. Yet again, we don't respect them as well, as much. And yes, they are important. I do believe that they are, but like, one battle at a time, ladies and gentlemen. Eventually I would love to sometimes fix all of this. Some of it, a good majority of it, fix what I can fix what will eventually break. Like, we can easily fix this by learning the boundaries, by respecting the boundaries, by being aware of the boundaries, by, hey, stop that, wait, don't do that, hey. Hey man, I don't like when you say overdo, like, I don't like when you do things towards me, but when you do things to yourself, with yourself, I don't personally like that, but like, it's your life, you're gonna do what you do. But when you hit me, I don't like that. When you try to smack my ass, I don't like that. When you try to touch my genitals, I don't like that. When you touch my nipples, I don't like that. When you touch me in general, I don't like that. Could you please respect that? Now, get bent. I'm being a little bitch. My feelings don't matter. I'm being over dramatic. I have no value. Huh. Now, there are multiple ways to handle this decision, these interactions. And it really just all depends on how you were brought up to handle certain things. And for me, I wasn't really known how to deal with things. It was just, okay, I was kind of taught, but like, I realized very early in life that my examples are not good examples to always follow. Like, certain instances, good teachers. Most of the times, horrible teachers. So it's just like, what do I do when people offend me? And then it's just like, wait a second. First, what do I find offensive? Because people will get offended on your behalf. And it's just like, wait a second! That was funny. You made it unfunny and made it more stressful and toxic when I was laughing. I was, yeah, abs. I'm getting the, yeah, oh my God, I can't believe you fucking said that. That was perfect. The timing, the fact that you said that in front of all these people, the way that you said it, like, there's so many things that make it funny. Why are you upset on my behalf, but you won't fucking stand with me? How the fuck are you gonna say I'm gonna need help, but you ain't gonna really help me? How are you helping me by being bitter and angry towards me? Angry with your energy. Calm me down. Hey, puppy. Hey, my man. Calm it down. I get it. You pay the bills. You're all stressed out. People are yelling at you, but why are you yelling at me? I am your offspring, supposedly. I personally am an orphan. I am the child of the world. So hopefully somebody will get it from me the way that I speak. I'm trying to help you, but what am I to do? I'm just trying to teach you value. It's all dependent on your mind frame. And from what I researched about value, apparently, value is an amount as an amount of good. I can't even read my handwriting. This is why I don't write scripts. I can't read my own handwriting. It's better for me to just make shit up. Amount as of goods, services, or money. Value. Number 2. Monetary or material worth. Okay. Value. Number 3. There's 9. I ain't writing all them bitches down. I know I said it earlier, but it's been a minute. It's almost been 9 though. 3. Worth and usefulness or importance to the possessor. Utility or merit. I don't know the textbook definitions of utility and or merit, but I could give my textbook definition, but I don't have any published books. Back to the point. So essentially, it's the third definition that really took a shining to me, because that's essentially what a lot of things is determined off of. And like, the best example for value, I literally came up with this as I was walking out to make this video, is you are in a car accident with your family. It is you, it is your significant other, and it is the child that you love. Now, this child is more or less of a metaphor. It's an actual baby. And it's just, I say child that you love as in, because not everybody loves children, not everybody wants children, not everybody should be a parent, but every child deserves a parent. But the child is the metaphor for anything that you cherish and cradle and take care of as a baby. So child could be a dog. Child could be a fucking plant. I don't know what a fucking plant. Child could be a lizard. Child could be a bird. Child could be anything that you would treat as if it was your child. But it isn't. It's your baby, but it's not your baby. That's a fucking fur baby. What the fuck? That's not. But okay. But technically speaking, it was a baby, but we don't respect all babies. It's just across the board, but that's not the term. Value is what we're on, Ethan. So you're in a car accident and you're driving a fucking top of the line luxurious family car, and you crash. Like, we can get into detail, make this even longer if you want to, or we can just cut it short and just say you crashed and you were upset. Now, what are you upset about? Are you upset because your family members are injured? Are you upset at yourself for causing a car accident? Are you upset that you crashed your luxurious car? Are you upset that you're late to something? Because I didn't even add in detail where the fuck you guys were going, because like I said, save time. I don't know if I'm going to, but I'm trying to. I see it's 10 minutes long. I don't know how long I want to speak. It's just, I want to make a couple more videos. I don't know if I'm going to do them today or just throughout the week. It's, also I started my day at 6 o'clock. Don't know why I felt compelled to say it. I don't know if I said at the beginning, but I want to. I don't know. Back to the point. It's not when you start, it's just starting in general. So you crash. And the point of that whole entire story was, when you think of what you're upset about and what you're grateful about, what makes the Venn diagram split? Are you upset that you crashed? Are you upset that you hurt yourself and your family? Are you upset that it's going to cost a lot of money, but you're thankful everybody's all right? You're thankful that everybody's all right, it's already done. You're thankful that you're being able to tell jokes about it. You're thankful that your insurance covers it. You're thankful that it happened on a very sunny day. You're thankful it happened on a non-busy day. You're thankful that there's so much room that traffic isn't even really impeded. You're thankful, like, there's so many plus sides that you're able to see. It's just like, let's do it the other way. You crash your car, you're upset. And you're upset that there's just too many distractions. Like, why were you sitting next to me being so fucking beautiful? Why were you back there just being so eye-alluring? So you're going to make a bunch of excuses. You're upset because the driver in front of you is going too fucking slow, and the people next to you wouldn't go fast enough so you get into that lane and go. And then you're even more upset because I fucking woke up late on the wrong side of bed, freaking migraine, couldn't find my favorite shoes, couldn't find my phone, couldn't find anything I was looking for. Now we get on the go on the road trip. And then, I don't know what the last one's gonna be on that. And then there's still many good things, like there was the last one, but for the fact that you're so stuck on the negatives, you don't really see the positive. It's just, I try to find the balance of in between, but sometimes I will admit I do get so submerged into it. I can't see, I got blinders on. And I try to explain that to certain employers, which makes me hard to employ sometimes, because I have tunnel vision on top of the fact that I'm overly emotional and not emotional at all, because there's certain things that just like have a burn, a passion. It's like, yeah, I'll take bullets for it. And there's some things like, I don't give a fuck. You fucking see me? Don't pick me. The fuck is this? How the fuck you gonna pick me, teacher? I ain't participating. Oh, that's why you picked me, because I ain't participating. It's just, it really all depends on what it is that burns a passion for me. And I guess if you watch enough of my videos, you'll come to learn and you'll come to see that certain things just get me going and it's a good go. And some things just like, oh, okay. And I don't think in any video, in all a handful of videos I've touched it, but it's just, are you able to analyze me as well as I do? Like, I will admit, I do watch some of my videos. No, I'm kidding. Most of my videos. Not all of my videos, because I would encompass all of them. And when you say all, it's such a huge blanket term that covers everything. Because everything and all, essentially, aren't they equal? Congruent? Together? Couples? Twins? Wait, not all the same words, but essentially, kind of. Like soulmate? I don't know, identity issues, whatever. Back to the point. Value. So value is literally determined and dictated, dependent, from what I've come to learn from that definition, of the person, if not persons, that are utilizing the tool, which could be, I don't know. And I have another analogy for value. What is this pen? It's basically kind of like how I was taught how to sell something. Now it's figuring out what is this pen? What's this for? What do I need it for? I'm using my mouth. That has the most second most value. Because without this recording, then nobody would see any things I'm saying. I'd just be a crazy person speaking in this car by myself. So essentially, this pen is valueless to me. It's nice to have. I may need it eventually, but what's the point of having it? There really isn't. Kids are a perfect example of not really knowing what values are, because as a good caretaker, as a good guardian, as a good parent, as a good supervisor, as a good whatever the fuck you want to call the title of it, you are supposed to teach kids, stop, focus. Is this worth it? Can you apologize about it? Is it worth breaking it? Is it breakable? Is it yours? Is it valuable? Can you afford it? What is affording it? It's just taking the emotional turmoil. But society has figured out how, well, the Western society has figured out how to capitalize and monetize a lot of things to make sure that everything can squeeze out a dollar amount, from words to freaking actions to thoughts. It's just like, I think about the world that I am in and the world that is still around us, and it's just crazy to think that I am inside of a world that has hit the Industrial Revolution, could build buildings, has cars, all this and all that. And within this world, I can still drive 50, actually even farther than 50 miles, because I still live in a town where there are people that are, what am I thinking of, Amish and Mennonite lives, which is essentially just like living, I would say, off the grid. No, it is off the grid because they don't do any electricity. It's because of the education and things that I've learned from personal interactions and actually reading into it. But they live without electricity, and they can build their own houses. And they can function as a society, as a community, and they can do literally as much, if not maybe in certain instances more than us. And it's crazy to think about that, because does it work or does it not? And it's hard to tell because they have this exclusion issue, which is hard to just fucking figure out. Or maybe like if I searched hard enough, I could probably find more information about it. But like, I think I like that type of community, the way that's interconnected. But where I found the issue in some of the instances, it's the over controlling part. It's great that the community comes together, and it's great that they get along, but it's weird that you're literally not allowed to live your life. You're not allowed to enjoy things. You're not allowed to be free. You have to be structuralized in A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. You can't be A, C, B, A, C, B, D, A, D, V, C, J. And it's just like, I was always taught and brought up, which isn't how everybody else is, that the human experience is supposed to be the human experience, and you can do whatever the fuck you want to. But on top of that, because I was brought up and then I was taught that, on top of being able to do whatever the fuck you want and trying to do whatever the fuck you want, there's always going to be an opposite force. Rather you find it formidable is up to you and the mindset that you are currently in. And I've always thought in certain instances where I'm going through certain things, it's just like, this version of me is definitely better equipped for it than any other version of me. Or it's just like, ooh, 15-year-old me would have definitely done this differently. 15-year-old me would have never been able to handle it. 17-year-old me will laugh at this. 18-year-old me will just 19, 20. And that's just because of the way that I personally think, and for the fact that we all think differently, which it could be a good use of the blanket term. We all think differently, and some may think alike. I am aware enough to be able to be like, they might not think like me, but if I can try to teach, if I can try to get the lesson through, I can try. I could try, and at least within trying and having examples of failure, it's better than just saying, I tried, but what did you really do? Trying for me is actually going out and giving forth energy and time of your day, of your life. Like, trying for me would be like if you say, oh, I really did try to help your social media. How? You didn't like anything, you didn't comment anything, you didn't share anything, but you said you tried? I watched it. Anybody could say they watched it. Anybody could say, I watched. What does watching do? I watched a bunch of people beat the shit out of somebody that I watched them rob. Apparently it's supposed to be like a morality law or a good Samaritan law, but it's just like, if people don't fucking give a fuck, then people don't give a fucking fuck. You can just say it. There's many ways to say it without saying it, and there's many ways to say it. So it's just like, are you going to say it, or are you just not going to say it? Either way, NRG ain't never lied to me. Just people speak. They try to lie to me, get me manipulated, and got these ties on me, but not tying me. Tied to what? Chained to what? This contract is fucked up because you wrote the shit. Who's read it to me? Who made sure I got it? Yeah, I can read it. Do I get it? Nah, I need a lawyer, but I can't afford it. That's why I'm here on a sinking ship and you on a yacht and you tell me not the bitch. Yo, you can't say that shit. You don't really get it. Did you climb up the ladder? And if you did you already get the Alzheimer? Cause you forgetting shit. Don't you know it's cold? Don't you know it sucks? You know what the fuck is up if you climbed up. But what is up with me is not always up with you. I'm just trying to do the best versions of me, even though that everybody be perceiving me like the value of me truly is undeniable. It is very high to me. Probabilities of me getting to where I want to be is highly likely if I can focus on me, but I be just be driven crazy by society. I just need to stop and focus. I notice the things I like and they bring me some joy. I just need to stop going out and exploring on other girls' doors. Like, why am I doing this? I am just a whore. I'm just lonely, but I don't feel lonely anymore. She just keeps dragging me on and I'm just like, oh shit. Thank you for telling me it. Thank you for showing me shit. Thank you. I could argue you, but you just going to lie. You ain't even trying to try. I know how it goes for as many hoes of it I've been through. She wants me to come, she would have me. But she don't, she play with me mentally all the time, so it gets boring. I get it, so I go to sleep, wake up in somebody else's room. Oh, night, even the chick I'm even talking to, I'm not bothered. She don't even want me. So why the fuck is she saying I am a father? Don't call me daddy. I don't do that shit. I get it. Your mind's messed up, so is mine. But I am not like you, not landmine. I'm explosive openly all the time. You don't like my mind. Thank you. I at least am coming out authentically. I don't like your character. Please take a different part. Please try something differently. Please come out with authenticity. Your energy don't ever lie to me, but your mouth tried to. Yeah. Value is whatever the person determines it is, and I believe I am more valuable than most will ever determine that I am. I don't believe that brands will like me for the fact that I am a brand. No need for branding. Just brand me. It's hard for me to fit in places when I'm supposed to create a place, not find a place. And that's my hardest thing. Like, I travel a lot. And it's actually, the funny part is I was supposed to get the title of this Indian movie that I literally was watching last night. Didn't finish the whole entire thing. Motherfucker's 2 hours long. And I had to sit and focus. And like, it had very sharp moments that could keep my attention. And then moments I'm just like, fuck. But like, I wanted to still figure out the tale of it because it was essentially about a person that really reminded me of myself, and that's why I really watched it and I liked it. And it's literally called 3 Idiots. It's on Netflix. And if you hurry the fuck up, it's gonna still be on Netflix, because if you watch this past March 31st, I tried to help you. Because it says it's gonna be off Netflix on March 31st. Now, honestly, I also do realize location is very key, and depending on your location, you also might have a different Netflix than I do. So it's just like, if you can see it, you can see it. It's 3 Idiots. It's Hindi movie, if I remember correctly. I remember it's like Indian, but I want to say it's like Indian Hindi. I hope that's the same. I'm sorry if I was saying it incorrectly, but it's literally called 3 Idiots, and the one, he wasn't an idiot. The dude was a fucking genius. And like, what I learned from it is, and I found it hilarious, there was a singing part where he's just like, everything will be fine. It will be fine. It will be fine. Like, getting all into like, yeah. The next scene, they show their classmate committing suicide. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? How are you gonna have a whole entire 5 minutes? Like, yeah. This nigga hung himself. Literally, I don't think the song ended for a full minute, and it's like, bam. I'm like, next scene, next month. Like, you at least have a dialogue scene and then the suicide, not just like, yeah, song that, it will be fine, it will be fine. I'm clearly not quoting it because I don't really remember. I suck at quoting shit. That's why I have to write things down. But I also don't have the quite best penmanship, so I don't like writing shit down. So it's just like, yeah, this is why I could be an actor. I could be an ad-libber. I could be a method actor. And what I realized about method earlier was Method acting makes perfect sense if method is like the term for the method of the madness. Like if you are into something well enough into it, I need to stop using like as filler, but like and bitch, like I said, filler words. But if you know something well enough, then you're able to see it well enough. It's basically the line it takes one to know one. A bullshitter can't bullshit a bullshitter unless they're a better bullshitter. But even then, it's just like I still could smell your bullshit. I just didn't know how shitty it was. Like, god damn, there's like 18 layers to this shit. Like that's how layered it is. And it's just once you know, you know. And it's just how you know that you know it. And some people aren't convinced that you know. And it's just like, hey, I'll save my time and energy. Why the fuck am I wasting my breath on this shit? Like, you ain't gonna believe me. I believe me. I'm gonna save my time. I'm gonna save my energy. I'm gonna save my headache. Like, he realized that everything, like, the whole entire point of the journey is to enjoy the journey, not to, more or less to get to the destination. While he was working with this typical ones that just like goal oriented. I'm doing like one was just like I want this for the accolades. One was doing it because they needed it for the family. The other one was doing it because I had to. Nobody gave me a choice to do anything else but this. So like it gave you kind of a handful of mindsets that you could see from. Or at least that's how I thought about it. I'm just like I'm definitely that dude. Like that dude was a genius. I still don't consider myself necessarily a genius. Like I would consider myself smart, but not in every situation, not in every aspect. I do realize where I do excel and where I do decelerate. It's just for the fact that most people see me as and they see that and they think that's all across the board. And I will say 9 times out of 10, yes, I am fast all across the board, but in certain instances, I need to slow down and try to make sure I completely grasp it. And some things I need to fully explain. And some things you just tell me a snippet. I'm like, yeah, got it. Like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, it's simple. It's just, and the only way I can explain that is when you know something, and to you, it's easy because, well, I've just been doing this. It's like muscle memory to you. But to explain to other people, it's like speaking the foreign language. It's gibberish. And to some people, it's just like, I know 3 foreign languages. Well, technically speaking, I know 2. I just focused on this one so much better than my original one. Because I am Haitian, even though I don't sound like it. I don't act like it. I am who the fuck I am, and who I am is... Yeah. That's another video within itself. But what the fuck? Yeah, 3 Idiots, Netflix. Watch it before March 31st if you're able to, because location is very key to a lot of things. Value is determined by the person, by the people, by the group, by the community. I am only as valuable as you guys agree that I am, even though I think I am highly valuable. I would say in monetary transference, I do not have the gains that I would deem to be suitable for me to be able to live in this capitalistic society. But at the same time, you guys would cry at my funeral, but you guys wouldn't give me any money to stay alive. It is what it is, but I don't really focus on the financial aspect as much as most people do, or try to stress about it, because I figure I'm going to die eventually. I just don't want to die stressed out. I don't want to die premature. I want to die like I want to die. Like I have ways that I want to die and stress is not there. It's not like I might stress out because of death, but that's because of passion death compared passion stress, not passion death. Well, it could be passion stress, and passion stress is passion stress is like, why the fuck do people rape? Passion stress is like, why do people molest? Passion stress is, why do people... I could get why people murder. I can get that one. That one, I get it. Like, somebody comes to your house, rapes your wife, rapes your kids, rapes the dog because they're just a rapist, and he, like, tried to rape you, and the only thing you could really do, because you called the cops, but they're not fucking responding because they're on something or doing something, like, we don't know what the fuck's going on, or it's because we live out in the boonies, or because they cut the fucking phone line, like, we don't know what the fuck's going on, but we have to protect ourselves, and because we're the only ones here, what do I do as the man of the house? They should have raped me! And the only thing I really have is this gun that I can't quite obtain right now, but I have my manly strength that I might not have focused on because I'm not a manly man. Not like the stereotypical toxic man, but I'm not like a muscular gym type of man, or I'm not a construction man, a man that has physical strength to be able to actually challenge other men. I'm more of a man that like stays at home and helps with the cooking, or a man that doesn't really do all that heavy lifting. Like I can take on a kid man, but I can't take on a man of the stature that I'm going up against. So what do? Do I die? You do what you're able to do. You do what you're willing to do. You do what your mind tells you to. I have come to learn when situations arise, I overcome, but at the same time, I still love to take the peaceful, lazy river, because I realize I don't know what crazy is. I don't know what extreme is. I don't know. Yet people are out here throwing these words at me like, yeah, you should feel shame for it. For what? I did something wrong? I'm confused. People literally will hit me because I'm fucking black, shoot me because I'm black, lynch me because I'm black. They don't like me because of that. I don't know if I'm doing shit wrong. People think it was wrong for me to exist to begin with. And then on the other hand, people think I'm God sent. People absolutely love me. People absolutely adore me. People sometimes want to pay me for the things that I do, but I'm just like, no, thanks. I got the money. I'm not really worried about it. But when I need the money, it's just like, I can't. Like, what did I really do? Like, can I call in my old favors? Not necessarily, but it's because everybody values things differently. I do as much as I can because of the things that I can afford. Sometimes I can't do much because of my own personal mental things, and sometimes I can't do much because of the community around me. How can somebody that is stuck in a racist society, I'm not saying it's black and white, but racist in general, and you're gonna assume black and white, and that's why I'm trying to correct you, because you see me and you're thinking, oh, you no, all inclusive. I try to be. That's why I started with the message of, what was it? Good afternoon, welcome, hello, ladies, gentlemen, and those that I do not know your preferred variables for, preferred nouns for, not variables, because I'm inclusive. Some people's like, oh, I don't. It's just shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck it means to be marginalized. You don't know what the fuck it means to be suppressed. You don't know what the fuck, or you might, but you don't give a shit. It's like, I went through it, so the fuck what? My thought process is, I went through it so somebody else didn't have to, while others are like, that's gonna toughen you up. So because you got your, like, I will admit this is a very touchy subject on a lot of people. I will admit spankings do help, but what deducts a spanking? Because some people do not, like I keep saying, do not define things the exact same way. So I literally even had a conversation with some dude on the internet, and that kind of irritated me, because he's like, yeah, I think you should beat your kids. I'm like, what do you mean by that? And I kept asking instead of assuming, because I could be a dick and assume. And he's just like, I think your kids should listen. I'm just like, what do you mean by that? And he's like, they should just listen to you. I'm like, what do you mean by that? Because some people are not always in their right mind. You assume because they're older, because they're smarter, because they're well out, because all these things give green lights, but what's really the red light? The mindset. All these things give red lights, but what's really the green light? The mindset. It's where the people's mindsets are. You don't always notice the bad things because education, because your mind isn't quite set, because nobody taught you, groomed you, trained you, prepared you, whatever term that you want to use for the setups of life, to be able to socialize with others. Nobody gave you that time, gave you that stimulation, gave you that attentiveness, taught you, showed you, explained to you, gave you what you needed to be able to do it. So either you learned it your way, or you just do whatever the fuck people tell you to. I took I chose doing it my way and getting yelled at and learning their way and then mixing it back with my way, but disguised as like, okay, now, well, it's like, woo, now I'm gone, I can finally be myself. This shit's fucking annoying. Like, I really wanted to argue with somebody, but like, I'm always wrong. I'm fucking loony, and for some reason, my emotions don't matter. But I should give a fuck about them. I should watch myself. I should watch my mind. But honestly, they're just talking a bunch of stuff. I just figured as long as I don't swing on somebody, nobody's gonna see me as the aggressor, as the accuser. As long as I keep my voice down, I shouldn't be too bad. As long as I keep mumbling, I realize how they already depict me in society. So I'm just trying to make sure. Yep, my pants are good. Yep, no grills. Yep, hats on. And it's on backwards, but fuck it, I'm pretty, I can get away with certain things, but not everything. It's just realizing location. What value do I have at the Klan rally? They only brought me because they need something to hang. What value do I have at home? I am there, but I don't always think of it as my home. I think of it as a place that allows me to be there and doesn't kick me out, because I don't personally know. I never sat down and asked, because sometimes I will say to myself, and I'll tell others, don't ask questions you don't want to know answers to. That's a question I want to know the answer to. They will say it's love, but like, I don't define it the way that they do. And I stop and think, what do I do at the house? I don't cook. I'll admit to that. I don't really know how to cook. So I do a lot of cleaning. I make sure the groceries are done. I take out the trash, which I guess could encompass cleaning. Take people to their appointments. Help pay rent. Help parent. That's been my job ever since I was young. So I would consider myself highly valued, but I don't know. I will admit, I do also spend a shit ton of time in my room, but I consider being around them ever since I was young overly stimulating, over the top. That's why I always needed my own room. I shit you not when I said I threw a fucking fit. There's a reason why people said I always got wherever the fuck I wanted. That's because I went psycho. And I don't know what the lengths are when people say you went too far. I think I go as far as I need to. And as far as I need to some people it's like, oh, you went sufficiently far enough. Some people it's you didn't go far enough. And some people it's you went too far. And yet again, I keep reencompassing. It's all depending on your mind frame, and I don't know what the fuck shit is half the time. So I have to figure it out from reality, from how other people perceive it, and then just try to figure out from the middle grounds. Everything is based off of how you value it. What value did I have at school? I was probably one of the people that kept the grades going down, the reason why the funding didn't go, and that's what confused the fuck out of me. How are you going to look at the grades and be like, yeah, we should just don't put more money into that? Put money in the places that need it. How are you gonna give the monies? How are you gonna give the money to the fucking school systems that have the promising students, the great students? Clearly, yes, they still need it, but not as much. Especially, they're also coming from very fortunate families. Now, fortunate families does not always mean kind families, but fortunate families does not always mean multi-million dictator assholes that want to kill and see the world die. It's just how society in most of the movies paint it. Like, if you're rich, you're an asshole. No, not always the case. But at the same time, their money is not your money, but we are taught to feel entitled to their money because, well, you have so much. Why the fuck don't you share it? Why don't you spend it? Why don't you help? And even I'm on that boat train where it's like, yeah, you do kind of spend your money kind of retardedly if you ask me. Like, you spend $100,000 on what now? An oil change. I believe there should be a cap on how much money you can personally make. If not, a cap, then maybe like a deal. Like, if you want to make past an X amount of money, first you have to donate X amount of money to an organization. Now, to families independently. Because in an organization, well, my issue with a lot of things is middlemen. I hate the fact that I have to go through them, to 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 them, and I never make the fucking top. Or never make it to the cool. Because somebody will say something that somebody else didn't say, and then that literally starts another fucking domino effect of things that weren't said. And it's like, well, somebody should have told you. It's just like, nobody told me. I didn't even know. And then people assume because of, well, you made it this fucking far. How don't you already know? Y'all ain't ever heard of luck? Y'all ain't ever heard of I just stumbled upon? Y'all ain't ever heard of divine power? I don't know how the fuck I get it. I just got here. Just be patient with me. Or fuck it, call me an impatient. I don't fucking know. I'm willing to work as well as you are willing to work with me. But if you're not willing to work with me, then I literally go into fuck it mode. And when I go into fuck it mode, I get to where I get it. It could be detrimental to what I am trying to achieve. But at the same time, it's just, I'm only as valued. I'm only worth as much. I can only do as much as those that allow me to do when I'm working in a group atmosphere. But while I'm working alone, I can do whatever the fuck I want to, which is why I enjoy personal time so much, because nobody's going to tell me I can't go out to the car and make a fucking video. Nobody's going to tell me I can't put a 25-pound plate inside my backpack and go for a walk around the park. Nobody's going to tell me I can't get my soccer ball and go for playtime, rather it be around here, go up the road, go wherever the fuck I want to. Nobody is going to tell me and or ask where I'm going. Nobody, which is why I enjoy loneliness. And don't get me wrong, I did say at some point in this video, I want companionship, but I want first to be able to have that perfect sync. It's like, for me, I love having headphones, and certain headphones, I've had issues where they don't sync well, as in there'll be two individual ones to the over the ears ones, and for some reason every once in a while, I don't know if it's ever happened to you, one will be out of sync with this one, and I'm just like, I don't fucking like that, because one's fucking lagging, and I'm just like, you son of a fucking bitch. And then I'm just like, honestly, that's good comparison to fucking dating and being in a relationship. You guys want to make sure you guys echo the exact same things, or you're at least willing to work well together, because there are some things on the internet that's supposed to gravitate towards one ear over the other. But the music, not. That's supposed to be simultaneously, kind of like parenting styles and stuff. Yeah, no, it could be. It's just how I keep trying to think about it is if I'm going to culminate with people first, fucking's got to be out of there. Because past fucking, I can't talk to you. What the fuck does that matter? You got a bang body. Everybody got a body. You got a brain? No. I fucked you. You got a body. You ain't got no brain. You ain't got no ambitions. You don't really want to talk about conspiracies with me. You don't really want to do any physical activities with me. You want me to spend all my money. It's just like, what good are you for me aside from wasting my time? And I could waste my time by myself. And cheaper. A lot cheaper. Cheaper on my finances and cheaper on my mental taxes. I see a lot of people and I hear a lot of people going through some issues. I'm just like, that's simple to fix. But if I say I'm an asshole, if I say I'm going against you, if I say it, so I'm just going to shut the fuck up, listen, because apparently that's something that people want you to do, but they won't say, hey, can you just listen to me without saying things? I have to come up to that conclusion when I give senseless advice. I say it's senseless because it still sounds logical advice, but it's just like, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to keep bitching about the problem. How much does it cost to be a therapist? Because for as stubborn as people are, I can see. Because I do get some things are easier said than done because like I'm just pretty sure I've already touched on this video. Finances can be a very, very huge reason why some issues arise and why it's hard to leave certain instances. So I can get it if that is the circumstance, if that is the issue, if that is it. But I also want to argue where there is a will, there is a way. Yeah, I am still stubborn in trying to make my way because I do have a will and a fire to be somewhere different. But what's in my way is immigrations, more or less. And it's just like, I gotta figure out where my green card is. If I can't, I gotta file some paper, I gotta pay some money, and I gotta wait some time. And then I can get my fucking green card back, renew my license, because I can't fucking get a new license without my green card, apparently. I don't freaking know why. I swear I've already had a replacement, which is weird, because from 18 to 21, I had my freaking vertical one, then I went to horizontal, so it's just like, and I've lost it before, and I went in and just paid for a new one. It's just like, and they took a new photo, so it's just like, what's the difference? But I will admit, it was a couple years ago, and I do realize things change like this. Like, babies can be made in seconds, so Lord knows. I should have just, I don't know. And it's just, my biggest problem with that is I don't know where to initiate it and then funding. Because literally, my only problems in life is money and starting shit. Well, I can start shit, but I don't always realize I'm starting shit. I'm just doing things and people are like, oh, you're being an asshole. Was I really? I just said I didn't like it here. Well, you didn't have to say it like that. I didn't say people are being rude. I didn't say the party sucked. I just said I don't like it. It's not my personal preference. Like it probably fits other people. Like it seems like other people are enjoying it. Well, you can't keep your thoughts to yourself. You're one of those people. You know what? I'm just gonna find my way out. I don't really want to deal with this. And my issue with that is I don't want to confront and confrontate with you because to stoop to your level is just, it's hard on me. And what do I win from this arguing and fighting with you? I win nothing. And so all I'm showing if I stoop to your level with the yelling part is just, I can do what you can do. Just assume I can yell, okay? Thank you for your time and energy. Value is determined on you and your community. Location, 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 location! Also, blood are just people you can't fuck. I know I've said that in one video. I'm going to probably say that in a handful more. Because location, 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 the family that you were born with is not necessarily the family that you were supposed to have. Because if that was the family that you were supposed to have, then why the fuck do we search for another one? Or just to extend it? I don't know. I've just always seen it in my personal life because everybody's life is different. In my personal life, family members have just done some distasteful, heinous things. I'm just like, you sure that's what your sister, brother, mother, aunt, uncle, grandma, grandparent, are you sure that's what they did? Because that sounds like somebody that hates you would do. That sounds like somebody that was a villain would do. That sounds like something that had been in a movie. That sounds like something that was made up. That doesn't sound like something that a human would do. It sounds so fucking unbelievable I'm not gonna say I don't believe you. I'm just gonna say I'm sorry for you. Do you need a hug? I, I'm very shocked that you trust people. I'm very shocked that you're as open as you are. I don't know if you're like that because you're so traumatized, you're so broken, you're just like fuck it and you're just numb, or if you're like that because you want people to better grasp and be able to communicate with you, or if you're just like that because so many variables, ladies and gentlemen. And this brain never stops moving. And for the fact that the times that I hop into societal mindset, I always think, wow, people probably think I'm just valueless. Like, I don't bring nothing to the table. But I beg to question this. Think about it like this. Now, if I was to die, what would people miss the most about me? And for as many compliments to insults that I have, I can think of a lot of things. I can think I'd break a lot of kids' hearts. I'd break a lot of girls' hearts, dudes' hearts, and not in a homosexual way and just platonic ways, and maybe even in a homosexual way. I don't know who the fuck wants to fuck me. I only know they want to fuck me when I'm bent over and like, oh, yeah. Okay, they wanted to fuck me, I guess. Huh, never knew that. I'm so awkward to talk to socially because of the fact that if you're not going to speak literally to me, I can get your double speak. I can get speaking in between the lines. But I've done that for so long and it just drains and annoys me so much. I just started ignoring that. Like, tell me you like me. Tell me you hate me. And don't say, oh, I think you're pretty. Say, Ethan, I find you I find you attractive. I like you. I want to spend more time with you. I'm interested in you. If you don't like me, just say, Ethan, I don't like you. I don't want to spend any more time with you. I don't want to be around you. Like, I used to get the I don't like you playfully, and that always irritated me because I took that personally. It's like, how are you playfully? And it wouldn't even be in a playful voice. So that's why I learned to speak with you guys through you guys. But at the same time, it's like, I don't like you. Nobody wants you here. Why the fuck are you here? Leave. And it would literally say it with that tone, and I literally took it like, oh shit. I'm just gonna pack my shit up and just. Where are you going? You told me to leave. I was kidding. You're gaslighting me, but I was too uneducated to really realize that you're actually telling me the truth. But for the fact that I took it personally and I didn't give you the desired effect, or maybe I did give you the desired effect that you want, you're like, I'm going to have my cake and eat it too. Because you can continue yo-yoing me if I believed you the first time. Well, why wouldn't I believe you any other time? They're just kidding. That's what he always fucking do. Why do you always do that if you're fucking kidding? I've realized for my own personal peace that peaceful people don't really personally attack people. Like, you can personally attack people and be playful, but it's just knowing that person well enough. Like, I've known people for 9 to 10 years, and I still don't know what playful level I can get with some people compared to other people. Because some people, I can say, well, fuck, I want to. Not a damn thing. Some people, I say, damn, it's like I commit a crime. Like, oh, shit. Fuck, damn. Why am I eating? I swear too much. I said another bad word. Oh my gosh, I'm going to hell. And it's just like, I need to be around better company. You may give me a fucking headache. I can't even be a portion of myself. I can't even be like 0.5% and you get upset at me. Fuck this. Like, it's like if you're around the wrong people, you'll always think there's something wrong with you. And if you're around the wrong people yet again, you'll always think you never do anything wrong. If you're around the right people, you'll rarely question what's wrong with you. They will help you figure out what's wrong, if not help you fix it as well, if you're around the right people. I feel like the whole entire part of life is just a journey of enjoyment, because once you get there, what the fuck's the point? You're already there. So, what's the word, ladies and gentlemen? And those I do not know your preferred pronouns? Yeah, practice for the brain. Where the fuck did I put that bitch? Okay, value. Do you know what it is? I hope you do. I spent like almost an hour teaching you. I hope you come back for the next lesson, though. I don't know what I'm going to be wearing, if I'm going to be in this classroom or a different one, but I hope you gained something from this. I hope that when you think of things, you think it thoroughly through. To say I can't help just means you don't want to. You can do whatever the fuck you want to. And this is going to be the last little story. I have a friend that has been just trying to get out of her home for a long time. She lives at home with her parents, kind of like I do. She works a lot and she has a lot of health issues, but because what they see is she's young. Yeah. She's pretty. Yeah. She has 3 kids. They don't always see that because she's good about not putting her kids on the internet because there's pedophiles in this world. Stop taking photos of your naked kid and posting on Facebook. I get they're friends and family, but like, pedophiles in this world, and sometimes your friends and or your family members are the pedophiles in this world. You just don't fucking know yet. Back to the point. So she is being seen as a young person that doesn't want to work instead of a young physically unable. Like, she is able to because she mentally pushes herself to, but a lot of times she has issues with the fact that she's a single mom. She has physical like health issues that literally take up a lot of doctor's time, a lot of doctor's notes. And if anybody knows anything about companies and corporations, just the more time you're there, the more money you make us, and that's great. The less time you're there, the more money you fucking cost us, because now we have to fucking replace you, or we have to wait on you, and we don't like that. And most corporations don't give a fuck about people. They just want people to work for them. And it's just like, you don't see the problem there. You don't see the fact that you don't give a fuck, but you want to fuck. Sounds like rape to me. Sounds like rape to me. Most of us are getting raped with our jobs, and some of us are lucky to even have certain jobs. And that's my issue with keeping a job, because it's just like, I can do what you tell me to for only so long, because eventually there's the voices in my head that's just like, this isn't for you. Why are we doing this? Fuck this. This is going to be dead in 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It doesn't matter. What does this really bring to life? I can do this. You can do this. Anybody can do this. But what I'm doing personally in my life, could anybody else just sit in my seat and do the exact same messages, spread the exact same words, get the traction that I do? Yes and no. Like, it'd be hard to replace me personally, but you can replace me professionally. I don't do this professionally. Nobody pays me to speak like this. I do this freely. I do this with no money tied to me. But I do hope this gets me to places where I can be free capitalistically with the capital money. Or at least free enough where I don't have to worry. Because, like, really, I feel like one thing that I've really wanted... Okay, back to the story. So, she doesn't have that looking like, I need help, but she fucking does. And I'm on her fucking Facebook reading the stuff. I see her artwork. She's fucking talented. If I could, I would buy all my friends' shit, to be honest. Like, not all of them, because not all of them actually have talents and worth, but they have talents that I like. A lot of them do, but not all of them, because there's some things that they do. I'm like, that's cool, but I don't give a fuck. Like, I wouldn't pay for it, but like, I'd promote it at least. And like, her artwork, if I could, I'd buy it. Like, I wouldn't buy all of it because it's not like all of it's my taste, but some of it, hell yeah. And there's another artist friend of mine, I love her artwork, but she either doesn't post much or probably doesn't post as much. But it's a whole different other friend. So it's just like, if I could help, I would. What could I do? Make it more aware to other people. Like, I couldn't give her any money because I'm already financially strapped, but for the fact that I brought to other people's attention, for the fact that she's pretty, for the fact that she sells artwork, for the fact that she has something that she can bring to people. Because you know what fucks me up a little bit is, people will say that you're valueless because you're jobless. But stop and think like this. There are people that literally get paid to show you their butthole. There are people that get paid to suck dick. There are people that get paid to give handjobs. There are people that get paid to do remorseless tasks. Not the word I wanted to use, but works. Fuck it. There are many people that do just very mundane tasks that's just like, I do that shit for free. Somebody gets paid to do that. Like, as a child, I used to think, because I did caretaking before I even got hired to do caretaking, which is why it's so easy to me, because it's basically like my whole entire life, because I've been taking care of people. It's just, there are some things I can't do in caretaking that I do in my personal life. And I realize that because I'm so good at shifting mindsets and frames, because I'm too crazy to be myself, but you have to be yourself, just a fake version. I got rid of him. So, where the fuck was I going with that? Shit. So, taking that into consideration, I realized that you can literally make money doing everything, anything, everything and anything can have value. It's just finding your group. Literally, I'm 1,000% fine with sex work. What really baffled my fucking mind was the fact that people literally get fucking paid for fucking bathwater. Did you tell you I do is get out. You get up, go in the bathroom, get in the bathtub. Like, when you're really depressed, it's very hard to do. I get it. But like, yeah, people People can make money off of feet pics. People can make money off of any motherfucking thing, and you tell me I gotta kill myself every fucking day working a 9-to-5 job, which is never fucking 9-to-5. I've rarely ever had 9-to-5 jobs. It's like fucking 6 to 7, 6 to 5, 6 to 9. It's just like most of my jobs are at least 10 hours. At least. I recently did have an 8-hour job. Every once in a while I find something that's kosher. Most of the times, 10 hours on the low end. And that pisses me off because I don't have to kill myself to be rich. So I watch all these content creators and some of them fucking amazing work. They do shit. I'm like, God damn. And some of them are just like, I could do that. It's just my pride and ego won't fucking let me. Why are we so prideful and egotistical, son of a bitch? We need to be rich. Ego doesn't pay for anything. Pride doesn't pay for anything. And we can't kill ourselves, so what the fuck? Just do what they're doing. That's easy. Stop fucking being egotistical, Ethan. Just sell a little bit of yourself better. I don't know. I've always figured if I learn how to market myself easier, better. I'm trying to learn things, but I'm learning things that I want to learn compared to things that make me money. It's just like, it will bring me money eventually. And why I keep trying to tell others and spread the message of build your empire and they will come. And it's just like, I'm like 400 videos deep into this, 400 plus into my YouTube. 1,000 something plus easily in my fucking one TikTok. Probably another 400 to 500 on another TikTok. And it's just like, I keep listening to every person that talks about how long it took them to be successful. And I'm just like, 10 years seems to be at least the plateau. It's like, it took me 10 years to get people to finally notice me. And I'm just thinking like, how long have I been doing all of this stuff for? And it's literally just like the sooner you start. And sometimes you don't even have to be doing it for 10 years. But for the fact that you have 10 years worth of experience, I don't know what the fuck I'm experienced, and I just do shit. Essentially, people just want you to be experienced in things and they want to train you, but most people don't train you, and it's just literally location, 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 location. I do know one day I will be in a different location, even if that means I have to kill myself, ladies and gentlemen. I will be somewhere else, and in my hopes, it's going to be somewhere better. If it's where I am seeing, it's going to be somewhere very beautiful. It's going to be a fucking big-ass bay window, like from fucking ceiling to floor, this very beautiful foresty looking view, and I'm just fucking sitting there on my fucking cushion, my fucking beanbag chair on a fucking big old foyer floor, just on the floor playing on one of my phones, just disassociating for a minute. Like, I love the view. I'll glance at it every once in a while, but right now I'm playing the fucking game. And that's the vision I see all the time. It's just like, it's better than what I used to see, because what I used to see is nothing. Value. It's all what you determine it is. And most of the times I don't listen to you guys because you guys lie. Some of you tell the truth. But do I know your value? Do I know if you even value things? Do I even know what reality you're in? I need to know all this information before I can give you anything. I will admit, younger me was quick to see people. Older me has learned why. The faster you see them, the quicker you might be disappointed. So stop having expectations and assuming things. Listen and pay attention. They can't lie forever. And they can't. The truth eventually comes out, whether it takes 100 years or 2 minutes. Thank you for listening.